I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When up in magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Appreciate you, Coach. One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Bears. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Y'all playing the wrong football.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there. And now it's 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Hey, Delta.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And it's caught by Parker. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Switch.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go. 50, plants. Check 45 for Mike. Got top 61, matchbox, lights. Go. Ready.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Finley. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give them 32 on the play. That one was hard to fathom. They were in the dime. They had 6 DBs back there. They still lost it.
Great word, because I'm right there with you. I don't understand how they couldn't pick him up. But don't be surprised next week early, there's some extra people in the locker room, maybe a tryout or two for those guys who missed him.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. They run again on first down, Chubb. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Trubisky now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check protein spill.
Now it's Trubisky. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to...
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Roquan Smith. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
After one, it's 9-0. Finley here, 3rd and long. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one good for 37 yards. Now Trubisky on 1st down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Steps away to his, and he will score! Touchdown, Chicago! Mitchell Trubisky with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Break. Bravo. I got you. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. 22 jet bomber.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Finley going for the deep ball. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
And now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
And he's got Miller.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Trubisky now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Robinson's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot down.
And that's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Alert. Hey, team 6.
Now Trubisky to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And got his man complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get there. 45's the mark. It's a party. Yep. Let's get it.
Throwing again, Finley on 2nd and 10. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Finley from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make some...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Finley. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Back. Lock in. Hey, Haywood. Yep.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that will extend this big lead. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Here's McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. He'll return it from the 6. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
Touchdown, Chicago! Anthony Miller, 85 yards. As his guys continue to pour it on. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack by Khalil Mack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Hey, Delta. Watch twins. Now.
Finley. Got a man open. It's Ross. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Yeah, get it.
Now Finley, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Man, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. Fielded at the 33. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And again, it's Chubb. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Ran. Five.
On 1st down, Trubisky. And this is Parker, complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A nice run on 1st down gets him 6 yards to the 31. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Finley on play action. Going deep downfield for Ross. He's got it at the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
61, matchbox lights.
They go play action. Finley looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And it's for pride now, but the Bengals get a bit closer. Zerline good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Trubisky will throw. Flush to his right. Space to maneuver at the 40. The catch made by Miller. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 21 yards there on third down. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Orbit. Ran, top. We got it. Hey, ball.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Chubb running right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. To throw on 2nd and 6. Trubisky nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Alert.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
From the 31, Finley. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hey, stand up.
On 3rd down, Finley. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Finley on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
18. They can't hang with us. Let's 57's mine.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And it's incomplete. And now we're down to 10 seconds. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
He's tight right here.
Now Trubisky escapes the sack. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Tonight's final score, Bears 58, Bengals 14.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milk. Cause bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangsta and hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings of the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me.